In the annals of history, where legends are forged in the crucible of conflict, some tales resonate with a particular poignancy, echoing through the ages. These are the stories of individuals caught between the hammer and the anvil of destiny, their personal desires clashing with the inexorable demands of duty. Among them, the saga of Shangxiang, a warrior princess of the Three Kingdoms era, stands as a stark and moving testament to the heart-wrenching choices imposed by a world at war. Her life, a tapestry woven with threads of martial prowess, political intrigue, and tragic romance, unfolds as a powerful narrative of a woman who dared to defy convention, only to find herself ensnared by the very loyalties that defined her. This is the tragic story of Shangxiang, a figure whose strength was matched only by her sorrow. Born into the powerful Sun family of Eastern Wu, Shangxiang was no ordinary noblewoman. From her earliest days, she eschewed the delicate arts favored by her peers, finding her calling not in the tranquil gardens of the palace, but on the rigorous training grounds. Her spirit was as sharp as the arrows she loosed from her bow, each one finding its mark with unerring precision. She was a whirlwind of motion, her form a blur as she practiced martial arts, her skill and ferocity earning the respect, and perhaps a little fear, from the veteran soldiers she sparred with. This was not a princess to be sheltered, but a warrior to be reckoned with. Standing resolute beside her brother, the formidable warlord Sun Quan, during tense war councils, her determined gaze spoke volumes. She was a weapon in her own right, a vital asset to the ambitions of her clan. The gears of war, however, are often greased by sacrifice, and Shangxiang's fate was soon to be intertwined with the grand ambitions of men. To counter the growing threat of the northern warlord Cao Cao, her brother orchestrated a strategic alliance with the virtuous but land-poor Liu Bei. The seal of this pact was to be a marriage. A grand wedding was held, a spectacle of political unity. Yet for the bride, it marked the beginning of a profound exile. In the court of Liu Bei, Shangxiang was a paradox, a wife who was also a warrior, a symbol of alliance who remained fiercely loyal to her own kin. She moved through the unfamiliar halls, a stoic and isolated figure, perpetually flanked by her 100-strong entourage of armed handmaidens, a clear sign that her allegiance was not so easily won. Yet when the time came, she proved her worth beyond the marriage bed, her sharp, strategic mind and battlefield courage becoming invaluable assets in Liu Bei's campaigns. Despite her contributions and the burgeoning affection between her and Liu Bei, the fragile alliance between their kingdoms was destined to fracture. Loyalty, the very bedrock of Shangxiang's identity, became her torment. A messenger arrived bearing a letter from her brother, his words twisting in her gut like a dagger, forcing an impossible choice. The once cordial relations between the two powers soured, leading to a tense, heartbreaking argument with Liu Bei. The man she had come to respect, perhaps even love, was now her family's enemy. The weight of this conflict became unbearable. In a moment of agonizing decision, she chose blood over love. Mounting her horse, she rode away from Liu Bei's palace, casting one last lingering look back, a single tear tracing a path down her cheek, a silent farewell to a life that could never be. Years passed, and the currents of fate continued their cruel and relentless flow. Standing on the wind-swept banks of the mighty Yangtze River, Shangxiang gazed into the turbulent, murky waters, her expression a mask of weary sorrow. It was there that the final, devastating news reached her. Liu Bei, her estranged husband, had been utterly defeated in battle and was now dead. The last thread connecting her to that chapter of her life had been violently severed. Overwhelmed by a profound sense of loss and despair, she saw no future, only the ghosts of a divided past. In a final heartbreaking act of devotion and grief, she walked into the river, allowing the powerful currents to embrace her. Her figure slowly disappeared beneath the waves, a tragic end for a warrior princess who was, in the end, torn apart by the impossible demands of love and loyalty.